There's this video that's been going around online. Maybe you've seen it. It's from Campus Reform. Another classic, interviewing clueless students on the street bit. Those are always fun. But this one, the students are asked if they support Medicare for all, and then they all say yes, of course. And then we find out if they still support it once they discover what's actually in that bill, what it actually entails. So let's watch a little bit of this.
The policy right now they're proposing is Medicare for all, which is the idea of government-funded health care for everyone. Is that a concept you view favorably or unfavorably?
Favorably, for sure.
I do support Medicare for all.
I do. I do think that every American deserves health care.
I do support that. I think it's an important form of universal health care.
I do support free health care for everybody.
In general, I would say yes. I do favor Medicare.
I don't think there's anything that you could really tell me that would make me view it unfavorably.
I'm going to give you a few of those things. I want to see if you view them favorably or unfavorably within the plan, and just see if it changes your opinion at all. So first off, it is mandatory. So it would be over 100 million people right now have private insurance plans that they like. They would be removed from those plans by the government. It would be mandatory, and they would be put on the government plan even if they didn't want to. Is that something that concerns you at all?
Probably, yeah.
Do you view that element favorably or unfavorably?
I think I would say unfavorably for that.
Unfavorably.
I mean, they shouldn't be kicked off of it, I guess. That doesn't seem fair, I would say.
The government can't force them to have health care with them, and it's just
well, that's what this would do.
Yeah.
I definitely think everyone should have health care, but I think those who are able to get private health care don't necessarily, shouldn't have to necessarily be removed from it.
Yeah, I mean, as a Bernie supporter, I think you do have to give up some choice just for the benefit of everyone in society.
So the second part, it would eliminate private health insurance, the entire industry. It would be just under 1 million jobs would be eliminated because all insurance moved to the government.
Unfavorably.
Unfavorably.
Okay, very inspiring. Gives you a lot of hope for the future of our country, doesn't it? So how does this relate to our discussion this week? Well, I think it relates this way, because what you find is that these students initially support Medicare for all because they find the moral argument for it appealing. And that's how it's sold to them, and that's how the left sells all of its policy ideas, morally. So you heard the first student say something like, people deserve it, or something along those lines, which is a moral statement, talking about what people deserve. Then it all starts to fall apart, not when they're told about the financial cost, although that does come later in the video when they discover that the free Medicare isn't actually free because the taxpayers have to pay for it. Turns out nothing is free in life. I guess their dads never told them that. They never gave them the old money doesn't grow on trees shtick. But I think you see their dreams for Medicare for all start to die in their eyes, start to fade a little bit when they're presented with a fuller view of its moral implications. People will be forced off of their private plans. People will lose their jobs. Now, there are economic issues there as well, but mainly, I think, for these liberal students, it's the moral problem. Hey, you right there. Hit the subscribe button right now. Do it right now. I thank you for your compliance. It's somewhat appreciated.